Welcome back to Stu Studio, conservative takes on music. So Super Bowl 60 is fast approaching and it's heating up. I'm still hopeful for my Broncos, even after the broken ankle. But even the controversy around the musical guests is heating up. And I don't mean the choices are controversial, I mean people are just freaking out about it. We've known since October that Bad Bunny was going to be the halftime show, which is fine, I guess. One of the most listened to artists in the world right now. And who can forget his performance of being in Happy Gilmore 2? But now the NFL announced that Green Day will be performing the opening ceremonies, which is obviously huge for any band. Like, remember last year's opening ceremony played by... No, you don't. But this from Daily Mail. NFL risks Trump fury again with controversial choice of Super Bowl performer after Bad Bunny rage. And sure, some people were mad that Bad Bunny was going to perform the halftime show. I think mostly because they wanted to hear the words in English. But sure, there were plenty of conservatives that just didn't like Bad Bunny because he spoke out against ICE and Trump. Says Green Day have been chosen to perform the opening ceremony at this year's Super Bowl despite their lead singer's well-known disdain for Donald Trump. 4 months after anti-Trump rapper Bad Bunny was controversially unveiled as the halftime act, the NFL has announced that the San Francisco-based American rock band will open the end-of-season showpiece in Santa Clara, California on February 8th. And yeah, Green Day hates Trump, but I'm pretty sure every mainstream act does by now. Otherwise, they wouldn't be mainstream. And Green Day's anti-Trump positions are not really a secret, and they're pretty much just dad rock at this point, so they're like a boring band with boring opinions. Says, the NFL's latest musical choice is unlikely to go down well with Trump, who has been heavily criticized by Armstrong on several occasions in recent years. And this is the same Billy Joe that wrote an entire album just crapping all over Bush. So as much as someone would want to say it's controversial or edgy, it's just not. Back in June, the Green Day singer told the crowd at Download Festival in the UK, Donald Trump and his administration is a fascist government and it's up to us to fight back. Of course, it's always super brave and stunning to go to other countries and call your own country fascist. In their famous American Idiot song, he has also tweaked the lyrics to say, I'm not part of the MAGA agenda. And I'm pretty sure he's been doing this since like 2016. Again, it's nothing new. It's nothing exciting. It's nothing edgy. But does he still say the word faggot in the song? That would actually be edgy. But after getting the offer to play the Super Bowl, Billy Joe said they're super hyped to be playing like right in their backyard. Said, we are honored to welcome the MVPs who shaped the game and opened the night for fans all over the world. Let's have fun. Let's get loud. And we know Billy Joe likes football itself, since he expressed his outrage over the Raiders moving from Oakland, his hometown, to Las Vegas. Nothing really political about that statement. Now, no one should be surprised if there is a political moment or a little bit of speaking out, because punk has always been political. It's inseparable. And Green Day is one of the biggest punk bands of the last 30 years. But really, it's the Super Bowl opening ceremony. How political can they get? Do you really think they're going to be singing American Idiot while NFL legends walk on the field? I think Roger Goodell learned enough from Colin Kaepernick to not let the most viewed event on television be ruined by a gray-haired Trump hater. Now, I like Green Day. Dookie is one of my favorite albums. I grew up listening to them. They shaped my taste in music that I still listen to today. And I even liked them in 2004 during American Idiot. But what was cool and fun back then is kind of just stupid and stale now. And they don't seem to be evolving much. Now, the only reason this is a big deal is because people think it's a big deal. It isn't really, though. Here are some of the responses. More liberal BS being pushed on everyone for the Super Bowl. First Bad Bunny, now Green Day. One user moaned, idiots. Fuck the Super Bowl after hearing that Green Day is going to be doing the halftime show. They'll be lucky to get me to watch it. They're anti-Trump, they're pieces of shit, said another, but they're not doing the halftime show. So that guy just wrong. They're doing the opening ceremony. Another said, so I just saw that they're going to have Green Day as the opening Super Bowl act and then have Bad Bunny at halftime. Both anti-American acts. The NFL really hates their fan base, don't they? Now that one might actually be a little close to true. But really, this is just Green Day on the most corporate stage they've had in a long time. And I just don't think they're feisty enough to take advantage of it in a really politically divisive way. They may have done that 20 years ago, but at this point, most of their fans are in their 30s and 40s and are just going to be stoked to see an old band that they used to like listening to playing in the Super Bowl. But I guess we'll see in a couple of weeks. Well, thanks for watching this episode of Stu Studio. If you missed last week's episode, it's because it's still stuck in Riverside and just won't export. So maybe in a year, I'll release a brand new episode about Zach Bryan's new album. But until then, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and remember, Jesus loves you.